Jai Shriman Narayan. Jai Shriman Narayan. Jai Shriman Narayan. I pay my obeisances to my spiritual master, Srimad Jagat Guru Sudarshan Acharya Ji Maharaj. I pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Ramanuj. I pay my obeisances to our 12 Alvars. I pay my obeisances to our Purva Acharyas. I pay my obeisances to Mother Lakshmi, and I pay my obeisances to Lord Sriman Narayan. I welcome all of you here physically at the Sri Narayan Dham in Durban, South Africa. I welcome those that's watching this discourse locally, nationally, and internationally, and I welcome those in advance when this discourse is posted on YouTube and the various groups from around the world subsequently. I continue on my topic on the significance of a guru, and I want to start off by reading a verse from the Srimad Bhagavatam. For those of you that have still not taken out food for Pitar Paksh, or those that's going to be taking out food. So in this verse, it is stated explicitly, so when you take out food for your ancestors, who do you offer the food first to? Lord Vishnu. All of you know that. So if you're a Santan Dharmi, if you are a Sanatan Dharmi, and if you take out food, you have to take out food for Lord Vishnu first. And here's a verse that tells you what you can offer Lord Vishnu. One should worship the Lord by offering pure water, pure flower garlands, fruits, flowers and vegetables, which are available in the forest, or by collecting newly grown grasses, small buds of flowers, or even the skins of trees, and if possible by offering Tulsi leaves, which are very dear to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So you all heard what can be offered. So when you say vegetables, it can be cooked vegetables. You heard me anyways say one roll of dhaka, one pipe of dhaka, one glass of alcohol, one glass of beer. Mama, why are you looking at me like that? No glass of beer, no brandy, no whiskey, no cane, no stout, no fish curry, no lamb chops. Yes? So this is a Vedic injunction. What's the meaning of a Vedic injunction? It is God's instruction that cannot be changed by anybody. Yes? It is in the constitution of this universe. This is coming from the constitution of the universe. So let me explain Lord Shiva in this context. Lord Shiva. Who is Lord Shiva's devotees in the main? In the main, Lord Shiva is so kind and compassionate that those living entities that cannot fall within the parameters of righteousness, the ghosts. You have heard of ghosts? Ghosts are souls that have no body. Ghosts are souls that have no body, that have committed suicide or got burnt or got drowned, and they left their mortal coil before their destiny ended. They have to wait for millions and millions of lifetimes before they are considered to be given the opportunity of taking a material body. These, due to this reason, Lord Shiva, in his compassion, he allows the Bhut and the Pisach to be his followers. Humans are also his followers, but in his compassion, he goes and takes down the most drowned or downtrodden of living entities, and he makes them his followers. You understand? So he has that ash from the cemetery on his forehead. You have heard of that? Ash from the cemetery on his forehead. You all have heard of that? And have you all heard that he's always found loitering near cemeteries? He's there because those souls that are not going to Yamraj for reincarnation, he befriends those souls and they become his followers. They become his followers. All of you understand? So when you're offering food for your ancestors, and if you are offering meat, alcohol, drugs, then it is these Bhut and Pisach. It is these Satans, this ghost that follows Lord Shiva, they come and partake. They come and partake and have this meal. This room is silent. Room is silent. So it is not your ancestors that's going to take this offering, because they will only take the offering that is offered to the Supreme Lord Vishnu first. And you heard what Lord Vishnu takes: pure water, pure flour, vegetables, and nothing else. So Guru becomes unpopular. Well, Guru has to be unpopular because the job of the Guru is to teach you the absolute truth. And how many of you are here to hear the absolute truth and practice the absolute truth? How many? Besides Yajwan. You understand? Yajwan? Only Yajwan is here to hear the absolute truth and practice it. Isn't boy? Yes. Alright. So, last year I did a comprehensive discourse on Pitar Paksh, and Amita cut it into, you should have cut it in 9, Amita. Some people are upset that you cut up my discourse in 9 parts. Alright? And both the parts went viral. Our discourse on Pitar Paksh, she cut it in 2 parts, it went viral. Then there were comments. Who is this old man to tell us how to take out our food, when our parents taught us how to take out our food? So these are the type of mentality we have in Sanatan Dharma, and this is the job of the Guru, to fearlessly expound the absolute teachings of the Lord. So I just wanted to bring this verse into its being. For those of you that have been sitting here, this book is not part of my discourse today. It has over 1,000 pages, and I opened it and I found this verse. Aware? I found this verse. Right? And I think it is important that when you upset your ancestors, even though your ancestors took out alcohol, took out drugs, took out meat, they didn't know. But you think they know now? In the domain they are now, you think they know? So even if they taught you wrong, they still cannot access the essence of the food that you are taking now. They still cannot access. And when they come to your house, and if you give them the wrong food, you think they're going to bless you, or you think they're going to curse you. Because they came from a long they came from far, and they came after a long time. And they came to you to get nourished. And if you give them something that they cannot get nourished, do you think they'll be happy, or you think they'll be angry? They will be angry. And this is why sometimes your whole house is upside down, because it starts from the same ancestors. They have the power to bless you, and they also have the power to curse you. So it's your individual choice whether you want to follow the Guru or don't want to follow the Guru. But you're living in this age where you have capacity to fact check. Do you all know what fact check is? How many of you know what fact check is? Aware? What's fact check? Yes, you cross-reference what I'm saying with a confirmation of a verdict, injunction, and I'll give you a source. This directive comes from the Garud Puran. You all heard of the Garud Puran? Garuda is the vehicle on which Lord Vishnu travels. And whilst Lord Vishnu was traveling, Garuda, a pure devotee of Lord Vishnu, asked these questions, and the entire ritual of Pitar Paksh was given from Lord Vishnu himself. From Lord Vishnu himself. So it's fine. If you want to worship the ghosts, it's fine. If you want to worship God, it's fine. God has given Guru instruction to remove ignorance in all aspects of your life. What is ignorance? What is ignorance? What is ignorance? Ignorance is not knowing the absolute truth. What does the word guru mean? To bring you from darkness to light. But there is someone who is using the name Guru to bring you from darkness to darkness. From darkness to darkness. But the actual meaning of Guru is GU stands for darkness and RU stands for light. From bringing you from ignorance into light. Simply, that's all a guru is. From bringing you from ignorance into light. Darkness, what color darkness is associated with? With? Black. Darkness is associated with black. Generally, in Sanatan Dharma, anything that is negative is associated with black. Anything that is negative is associated with black. When you feel black within yourself, what type of energy is running through you? Negative energy, and generally this is associated with the color black. Now Avir is wearing black jeans. Avir is wearing black jeans. How many of you are wearing black here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Even Yajwan is wearing black. So when I say negativity is generally associated with darkness, which is black, can I say Avir because he is wearing black jeans? He is in darkness. You understand? So there is a context. There is a context, and if you have common sense, you don't have to go to school at all. If you simply have common sense and you take things that are in context, you are deemed to be intelligent. You are deemed to be, Yajwan, only Guru is talking. If you take things in context and analyze it within its context, you are deemed to be intelligent. If you deliberately take things out of context, take things out of context and create a false narrative, are you a divine personality or are you a demonic personality? What is the meaning of demonic in Sanatan Dharma? What is the meaning of demonic in Sanatan Dharma? Who is a demonic person? A person who do not follow the scriptures is called demonic, and a person who follows the scriptures is called divine. Abir, you got your phone there. I want to do some meanings. Alright? So, start off with incognito. What does incognito mean?
Not being detected. Of a person who is one's true identity is concealed.
One's true?
One's true identity is concealed.
When one's true identity is concealed, it means incognito. What does disinformation mean? Disinformation.
False, inaccurate information, especially which is deliberately intended to deceive.
Yeah, go slowly so I can repeat.
False or inaccurate information,
False or inaccurate information,
especially which is deliberately
intended to deceive. So let's say incognito, disinformation. What is misinformation? Same meaning. Disinformation, misinformation, and what is propaganda?
information, especially of bias or misleading nature.
Slowly. Propaganda is
Information, especially of biased or misleading nature.
information, especially of bias or misleading nature,
Used to promote
a political cause
or viewpoint.
or viewpoint. Okay? From incognito, can you tie up all these words that I asked you? And do they all fit in? They all fit in? And all of this is demonic. So the job of the guru is to give you absolute true knowledge. Absolute, pure and true knowledge direct from the lips of the Supreme Lord. And what's the job of a demon? To give you false knowledge, to mislead you, to take you away from the truth, to cheat, and to create a false narrative. Can you see the two? Can you see the job of a demon, and can you see the job of a guru? Now, if you are a society and if you have access to both a demon and a guru, and if there is a conflict between the two, you as a rational society, what would you do? No. Yes. You can find out which side is right and which side is wrong. How do you find out? You do a background check. You do a background check of both the entities and you look at the credentials of both the entities, and the credentials of the entities will tell you which side is right and which side is wrong. You understand? So, if you find one side is incognito, is giving misinformation, is giving disinformation, is in disguise, nobody has seen the reality of that personality, always in disguise, even at midnight. Even at midnight when no one can see you, still in disguise. And then you see another entity, bright light shining in front of him, white beard. You can even count the beard on this entity's face. You can see he's surrounded with Vedas. Wood? Vedas. Then you as civil society, you will make a deliberation on your own. All of you understand? You understand? So it doesn't matter how many people watches. If 50 people is watching my live now, and if 10 people are commenting, it doesn't mean 50 people are with me. You understand? It means 10 people are with me because they took the effort to comment. All of you understand? So, demons mislead society. Demons mislead society. When you mislead society, what is your intention? Why would you mislead society? Why would you mislead someone? To bring them to darkness. You mislead society so that society can crash. Society can crash and society can become negative. Society can become negative. That is why you mislead society. Yes or no? Then there are those that uplift society. The demonic will break society. The divine will make society. Yes? The demonic will inject society with negative energy, and the divine will inject society with positive energy. Where does positive energy come from? The divine and the Supreme Lord. The divine is fueled by the Supreme Lord Himself. So whenever God incarnated, what He did to the character of the demon? Okay, in this week or in next month, when is Diwali? 12th of November. In India, during Diwali, what do people wear? What mask do they wear? Ravana's 10-headed mask and run around. Have you noticed? Every Diwali, they wear Ravana's 10-headed mask in mocking Ravana. In mocking Ravana. And then they burn these masks. They burn these masks, symbolic of the death of Ravana. When they wear Ravana's mask, do they make Ravana his idol or are they mocking Ravana? They mocking Ravana. So I also dressed like a demon and mocked a demon. He is so happy. He thinks he has become my idol. He has become my idol. It was just mocking a demon. When you mock a demon by dressing like him, then his death is, the death of his character is very, very near. Like Diwali, when people wear Ravana's mask, then his annihilation is very, very near. Alright? So when Lord Ram came down, would all his power as the Supreme Personality of Godhead did he take Ravana on his lap, caress his forehead, play with him, and say, "My dear Ravana, I forgive you"? Or did he kill Ravana? Because a demon can never be forgiven. Why cannot a demon never be forgiven? And this is shown by the Supreme Lord himself. Why cannot a demon not be forgiven?
Not remorseful.
No remorse. You can show the demon the absolute truth. You can show the demon the absolute truth. You can provide the most credible evidence to the demon. Because he is in darkness, he will see the opposite. Truth will be untruth. So when you show in the demon the absolute truth, what is the demon viewing it as? Untruth. So you cannot make a deal with the demon. You have to annihilate his character. And if he is incognito, you have to make him cognito. You have to make him cognito. You have to annihilate the character of a demon, because no matter how much you break your head telling the demon the truth, the demon will always take it and twist it to fit a demonic narrative. To fit a demonic narrative. Now I am saying this with absolute certainty, because I've been in a personal fight with a demon. I've been in a personal fight with a demon so that I could come to you today and prove to you with material evidence that a demon cannot accept the absolute truth in any form or in any place. If he loses in court, what will he say? He won. Alright? What's the date today? 8th. On the 6th of October, I'm saying this for the purposes of my book. This demon's last attorney launched him. This demon's last attorney launched him. So this is what I'm trying to say. There comes a time you can go and lie to your attorney, but there comes a time when the attorney himself has to do fact checking because he need to go to court and fight against your opponent. And when he see the credentials of your opponent, what is that attorney or advocate going to do? Launch the demon. You understand? So this is a verdict, injunction, and I want to read and confirm with the Bhagavad Gita what I have stated now. Alright? So I've stated throughout that nothing is an accident. Nothing is an accident or a co-incident. So if this ashram was graced by a demon, you think it's a coincidence? Anyone thinks it's a coincidence? No. This demon had to come to this ashram and had to confront this guru because everything is destiny, yes or no? At birth, your death is known, and all the relationships you make in your life is already known. And this is why I said Sanatan Dharma is absolute mathematics. There's an equation at your birth. The equation of your birth is your date of birth and time of birth, and that equation is equated to every living entity you'll meet along your life until you pass on. Nothing is a coincidence. Nothing is a coincidence. Similarly, a demon is a living entity, and a demon is placed in your life to uplift you. Anyone have any interactions with demonic people, they are placed there to uplift you. Do you understand? And I'll give you an example. So, we have a website. And according to Vishwadhar, our website should only have an average of 800 visits a month. But after we interacted with our in-house demon, we are now having 4,000 visits. 4,000 people are going to our website. Is it positive or negative? Because we are fighting on social media, and people want to see who this guru is. They want to see who this guru is. So they go on my name, they go on Google, they find the website, and one more visit. And I said this 4 years ago when there were other people that were trying to take me down, but all they did was uplift the ashram. In fact, this ashram where we are seated in today, we were introduced by one demon to another demon who brought us here. One demon introduced us to another demon who introduced us to the actual owners of this land, and that is why we are here. The foundation, Doc, is looking very confused. We landed here because of two demons. We landed on this side because of two demons. And this is how you should take your life. If any demonic person enters your life, he or she is there for a reason. And the ultimate reason is to uplift you. At the end, you will be uplifted through the interaction of the demon. Because God can't send a righteous person to you, you're not going to learn any lesson. If God sends an unrighteous person to you, you're going to learn a lesson. And when you learn that lesson from the unrighteous person, you are going to be elevated. Okay? So maybe I'm going to ask Vishwadhar to check our visits on our website for the month of October. All of you understand? So I'm going to read some verses from the Bhagavad Gita quickly to confirm all that I have stated, and we are still in Pitar Paksh, and the ancestors would like to hear from the Bhagavad Gita itself. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, verse 27. Chapter 7. And I'm quoting, by the delusion of pairs of opposites springing from desire and hate, O Arjuna, all beings are deluded as soon as they are born. I'm going to read it again. By the delusion of pairs of opposites springing from desire and hate, O Arjuna, all beings are deluded as they are born. What does that mean? At birth, your destiny for this lifetime is computed in you as per the desire and hate you possess from your previous lifetime. All of you understand? So if you are divine in this lifetime, what it means? You was divine in your previous life, and your divinity was more than your merits were higher than your demerits. And if you are demonic in this lifetime, what does it mean? Your demerits were greater than your merits, and as soon as you were born, you would have shown demonic traits. You would have shown demonic traits. From a child, you would have been a bully when you was born. You would have been a bully in your childhood. You would have been a bully when you was a teenager. You would have hated everyone. You would have been a narcissist throughout your life up until now. And if that doesn't change, what it means? Your next life, what you're going to be? All of you understand? Where is this Vedic injunction coming from? It's coming from the Bhagavad Gita itself. Bhagavad Gita 8. So I'm going to chapter 16, verse 4. I've read this before, I just want to run it for the purposes of my book. Verse 4, pomposity, arrogance, self-conceit, wrath, rudeness and ignorance. These, O Arjuna, belong to him who is born to a demonic destiny. 5. The divine destiny is deemed to lead to liberation, the demoniac to bondage. Full stop. Grieve not, Arjuna, you are born to a divine destiny. 6. There are two types of beings in this world, the divine and the demoniac. Full stop. The divine has been described at length. Hear from me, O Arjuna, about the demoniac. So generally I don't teach meditation. Today, as I read these following verses, I want you to close your eyes and picture who I'm talking about. Close your eyes and picture, see whose picture comes into your mind, all right? And for those of you who don't know, the same picture will come into your mind to those that know. Verse 7, the demoniac men know neither action nor renunciation, full stop. Cleanliness is not in them, nor even right conduct, nor truth. All right? And if you go to some videos, you might see this person digging his nose whilst on a live. There's it here in the Bhagavad Gita. Number 8, verse 8, they maintain, the universe is without truth, without any foundation and without a Lord Ishvara, full stop. What else can exist without mutual causation? Question mark. It has lust for its cause. Verse 9, holding this view, these men of lost souls and feeble understanding do cruel deeds for the destruction of the world. The picture coming into mind for those of you that know, and those of you who do not know, you can tell me after the satsang if there's any picture coming in your mind. Verse 10, turning to insatiable desires, seizing through delusion unjustly acquired wealth, and following impious vows, they act full of ostentation, pride and arrogance. 11. Obsessed with unlimited cares which end with disillusion, looking upon enjoyment of desires as their highest aim, and convinced that this is all. 12. Bound by hundreds of fetters of hopes, given over desire and anger, they strive unjustly to gather wealth for the gratification of their desires. 13. This I have gained today, and this desire I shall attain, full stop. This wealth is mine, and this also shall be mine hereafter. Number 14. This enemy is slain by me, and others also I shall slay, full stop. I am the Lord, I am the enjoyer, I am successful, I have strength, I have happiness. And this verse is, the I in this verse is the demon. This is how the demon thinks. That is why he acts above the injunctions of the Lord. 15. I am wealthy and high-born, Who else is equal to me? Jessica, who else is equal to me? I shall sacrifice, I shall give alms, I shall rejoice, full stop. Thus they think, deluded by ignorance. This is the demon. 16. Bewildered by many thoughts, ensnared by the net of delusion, addicted to sensual enjoyments, they fall into a foul naraka. What is naraka? Hell. 17. Self-conceited, self-sufficient, possessed of the intoxication of wealth and pride, they perform sacrifices in name only, with ostentation and not according to the injunctions of the Shastras. 18. Depending on the egoism, power and pride, and also of desire and wrath, these malicious men hate me in their own bodies and those of others. Who is talking? The Supreme Lord. 19. Those haters, cruel, the vilest and most inauspicious of mankind, I hurl forever into cycles of births and deaths, into the wombs of demons. Full stop. 20. Fallen into demoniac wombs in birth after birth, these deluded men, not attaining me, further sink to the lowest level, O Arjuna. 21. Desire, wrath, and greed. This is the triple gateway to Naraka, ruinous to the self. Therefore, one should abandon these three. All right. 23. He who, abandoning the injunctions of Shastras, acts under the influence of desire, attains neither perfection, nor pleasure, nor the supreme state. And lastly, 24. Therefore, let the Shastra be your authority for determining what should be done and what should not be done. Knowing what is enjoined in the injunctions of the Shastras, you should perform your work here. So what is the job of a bona fide spiritual master? Mama? What is the job of a bona fide spiritual master? To teach you who the divine is, and to also teach you who the non-divine is. Teach you who the divine is, and also teach you who the non-divine is. So Lord Sri Ramanuj, our Adi Guru, on my left hand side, 1,000 years ago, he had a guru. He had a guru, and because he was so intelligent, when his guru was preaching the Shastras, with wrong interpretation, and Lord Sri Ramanuj gave him the right interpretation, he decided to take him across a trip across India, and have him killed. And have him? Why? And I want you to understand in the context of what is happening today at the Sri Narayan Dham and my in-house demon, and 1,000 years ago with Lord Sri Ramanuj. Lord Sri Ramanuj's cousin informed Lord Sri Ramanuj of this plot against his life, and he escaped. He escaped. So going after bona fide spiritual master is not a thing that's happening today in the Sri Narayan Dham as it is put out in the public, or how the public interprets. Going after bona fide spiritual masters is happening since time immemorial, but I want to speak specifically of the Sri Sampradaya, of the system that I belong in. Then at Sri Rangam, Lord Sri Ramanuj was poisoned by the head priest. He was poisoned by the head priest. Then the king, in whose kingdom the ashram is, summoned Lord Sri Ramanuj to have his eyes pulled out. Sri Rangam, the ashram, the king that was ruling in the kingdom in which this ashram belonged, summoned Lord Sri Ramanuj to his palace to have his two eyes pulled out. One of his disciples, one of Lord Sri Ramanuj's disciples, disguised himself as Lord Sri Ramanuj, went to the palace and had his eyes dug out. Lord Sri Ramanuj escaped from this kingdom. He escaped from this kingdom. So let us go back. That guru that was teaching the Vedic injunctions wrong, was he divine or demonic? Demonic. That priest at Sri Rangam that poisoned Lord Sri Ramanuj, was he divine or demonic? Demonic. And that king who was ruling that kingdom in which the Sri Rangam temple stands still up till today, was he divine or demonic? So is it a normal thing for bona fide spiritual masters to be attacked? Is it a normal thing for them to be attacked by demons? Yes, it's normal part of life. It's not the first time in the world that a guru has been attacked by demons. When a demon attacks the divine, what is the instruction from Lord Sri Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita? The 100 sons, the 100 demonic sons that usurped the land of the 5 Pandavas who were divine. What was Lord Sri Krishna's instructions? Kill, destroy, fight for what is righteous. Kill, destroy, fight for what is righteous. The entire Kurukshetra war, did Lord Sri Krishna go and warn Duryodhan before there was a war? Yes. Did the Sri Narayan Dham, through 2 letters, one through the attorney, one through our Dham itself, warn our in-house demon what is going to happen to him? Yes. We are simply following scripture. Simply following scripture. Why does God come down timelessly and take part in removing demons from this earth? So that righteousness can prevail, and his representatives, who are representatives of the Supreme Lord? The Gurus. The Gurus must act in his footsteps. So there is nothing wrong when a Guru takes on a demon head on anywhere. Currently, there is a Guru in Uttar Pradesh. I've said this, I'm stating it again. What's his name? Yogi Adityanath. Have you all heard of Yogi Adityanath? He's the chief minister of Uttar Pradesh in India. He has a ashram. He's a bona fide spiritual master, and he has disciples in his ashram. But Uttar Pradesh is absolutely, it's the cleanest state in India. It was run by mafias. The Guru took bulldozers and bulldozed all the houses of the gangsters and the thugs. What he did? Took excavators and bulldozers, and he demolished the houses of all the demonic people in his state. Currently, this year itself, even maybe as I'm speaking, some demons are catching it. Incognito or cognito. You understand? Incognito or cognito. Is there anyone, can anyone remove him from his CM position? As a chief minister, can anyone remove him? Then you think my in-house demon is gone to the Hindu Maha Dharma Sabha. You think they can stop my preaching? You think anyone can stop my preaching in this world? You think any institution can bring me to book? Because my constitution state, this ashram's constitution state, that whatever I do within the parameters of the Vedas. Was God, did God not describe the demon as a demon? Or did he say, my boy, please don't act as a demon? Did God pacify the demon, or he exactly and absolutely described the demon and pointed him out? Then what must the Guru do? What must the Guru do? Must the Guru follow the Lord? Yes. So I got no time of bringing your head, putting it on my lap, taking out your scarf, rubbing your psoriasis, playing with your eyes, and teaching you. I have to teach you exactly like how I'm teaching you now. Are there any questions? I think next I'll be reported to Lord Sriman Narayan, because magistrates were reported, lawyers were reported, prosecutors were reported, journalists were reported, and everyone was reported by incognito. Jai Sriman Narayan.